This is him as a baby again.
Memories.
This is a picture of him in his duck costume.
Ann Moss Rogers savors each one of her son Charles.
He was the funniest, most popular kid in school.
Moments frozen in time.
He was a truly amazing person.
That still melt this mom's heart.
And then this is a picture of him with me.
Ann Moss holds tightly to each photo.
There are no new memories. You only have the memories that you took pictures or that you remember or the stories that people share.
Reminiscing keeps her youngest child alive.
Our greatest fear is that our child will be forgotten.
Obviously, everybody's different and people are strange, but...
Behind the curtain of his gregarious personality,
no more hardships, hard to comprehend in the human mind, impossible.
Charles was battling anxiety and depression.
He had feelings of hopelessness at times, but that he covered up really well.
I heard it, Charles.
The aspiring rap artist who already released one album expressed pain in his lyrics.
Why is there depression? What's the reason for stressing?
I get it now from reading those journals.
Charles was also abusing marijuana and alcohol. His parents took dramatic measures to help their son.
We had him kidnapped out of his bed and taken to a wilderness program in Clayton, Georgia.
But the teen's health worsened.
You've got this vision of your child being the fun, bubbly kid that he was, and all of a sudden, something's changing.
A head injury led Charles from a dependence on pain meds to an addiction to heroin. Charles was also harboring a deep secret. Suicidal thoughts swirled in his head.
It was June 5th, 2015, so it was 22 months ago.
Charles would reach out to his mom.
He called me on the phone, and because we don't talk about suicide, I didn't recognize the symptoms.
A friend would later find Charles's body.
And that day, every hope and dream that I ever had for him was lost in an instant.
Police officers would notify Ann Moss.
I wanted to literally slip out of my body and be anywhere else on the planet. It felt like I just want to get out of this skin.
On that day, Ann Moss and her husband would pledge to speak out.
And we made the promise that the last chapter of his life was going to be a new chapter for ours.
As president of the Beacon Tree Foundation, a mental health advocacy group, Ann Moss is shining a light on a very dark subject.
Why are we brushing this under the rug? Silence has gotten us nowhere.
She urges teens to reach out when they're hurting.
That's why we need to be more open about the subject so that these kids aren't ashamed of suffering from an illness of the brain.
Ann Moss not only finds comfort in her daily blog, Emotionally Naked, it's also saving lives.
Why am I exposing people to my ugly, naked mama grief? And then I got this letter from this young lady that said, 2 days ago, I thought about killing myself. And nothing prepares you for losing a child.
In January, she sold her successful marketing firm.
Thank you for giving me the courage to type this letter. And I'm like, I have to do this full time.
Ann Moss is dedicating her energy to stopping this silent killer.
I can't tell you how much it's just really helped me work through all the pain and all the agony.
Ann Moss is keeping her word.
And pretty much what I'm doing is all because I don't want other parents standing in my shoes.
Through her tireless efforts, Ann Moss Rogers is also protecting her beloved son's memory.
I will never, ever give up when it comes to mental health and addiction and suicide prevention. I'm in this for life.